lineup for the visiting Minnesota Timberwolves. 6'1" guard from Ohio. Number 30, Julius Randle. And a 7'1" center from Frank.
The winner of this series faces the winner of Oklahoma City and the...
We'll give him a little bit of grace, Dave. Just playoff game number 6.
The unanimous defensive player of the year, the first ever. Tonight they'll be in real trouble. Games 3 and 4 in the Twin Cities. Wembanyama will set the screen for Fox. And Fox will pull up. He missed the shot. Wembanyama back.
Pick and roll. Didn't go to it as much as maybe people expected in that first game. We'll be interested that they start their first offensive set with that.
You got Castle trying to guard Randle. The cheap fouls.
Right, because of the caliber of offensive player and the way they're asking him to guard. Mitch Johnson said we expect him to get 3 or 4 fouls, but the cheap ones absolutely put them at a deficit.
Fox keeps the drive here and throws it out to Champagnie, who lets it fly. The 3 no good with the second to go in game 1. Here's McDaniels, who's been sensational on both ends of the floor throughout the postseason for Minnesota. Randle spinning on Vassell. Castle, and he fumbles it and turns it over.
Comes away with nothing. Gives you a sense of the impact of Jaden McDaniels and the length he's got. He makes you second guess.
So a turnover for San Antonio, 2 for Minnesota, no points for either team. Gobert kicked it out, possession, 3 turnovers for Minnesota. Champagnie for 3, no good again. Wembanyama comes soaring. An emphatic first basket here in San Antonio for game 2. Conley through the lane, goes to the right hand, missed the shot. Gobert puts it back up and in. He did not.
Big though, that was a Gortat screen to an offensive rebound. The Gortat screen was very good to Minnesota last game.
Fox kicks it out. Castle takes the 3. Drives into the lane. Euro step. Missed the shot. There's Wemby again. And he doesn't dunk it this time.
At the rim with Wemby. Well, how about that? 2 offensive rebounds, 2 buckets.
Here's Shannon, who didn't play the first 3 games of the playoffs, but because of Bears shooting 41% in the playoffs, gets the first free throw. He's a career 63. Well, the 2 centers have all the points here in the first 2.5 minutes. They'll go bare minute. Wembanyama guarded by Gobert at the 3-point line. Now Fox pulls up and banks it home as Wembanyama. Thank you, Mike. Great scene at the Garden. They're rocking here in San Antonio. Now, knowing how important this game is, can't go down 0-2 to the Wolves with Game 3 Friday back in the Twin Cities. Shannon with
good reaction here from Minnesota. 3 possessions to start the game, 3 turnovers, 4 minutes. A high level of aggression.
He's got 4 points, did not score in the first half of the Game 1 loss. Anthony Edwards is good to go tonight. He'll play about 25 minutes, but will not start for the 2nd straight game. Shannon, who gets the start again, missed the 3, and it's...
Octay was getting more pressure at the rim from the team, but from Wemby. So to start the game, he's had 2 offensive rebounds, 2 scores, and there's his first verticality. He's had 3 terrific finishes.
He's 22 years old, playing in his 6th ever postseason game. He's averaging in the playoffs about 5.5 blocks per game. He averaged 3 during the regular season, which by far led the league as he became the first unanimous defensive player of the year. Shannon on the baseline. The floater is good. And Minnesota the last few games.
Love this level of aggression. Smart floater there with Wemby looming.
Castle gets free and hammers it down. Got past the rim. First full year for 39-year-old Mitch Johnson, a Coach of the Year candidate. Shot clock inside of 10. McDaniels was at a brilliant postseason. Tough shot, he gets at the fall.
Chris Finch saying, we know he can make shots at a high level. That is the only aspect of what he's done in this playoffs that hasn't worked, because he's been brilliant aside from his three-point shooting.
Yeah, just 2 for 20, missed a free throw. Minnesota after missing the last 2 games with a calf injury. Interesting that he's the first guy off the bench, not Anthony Edwards. Edwards will play about 25 minutes, we're told from Chris Finch. Castle driving, hangs, and met by Gobert still down on the other end, now just gets to his feet. It's 4-on-4. Castle comes back defensively to help. Randall falls away, missed the shot.
Julius Randle play. They felt like he picked his pivot foot up.
Harper loses it as Conley knocks it free. Randall gives it up. Gobert blocked by both. He wouldn't return at all in the playoffs after injuring his left knee in Game 4 of their first with Denver, but he was back on Monday night. Gobert has 4 points. So do McDaniels and Shannon. Those are the 12 for Minnesota. Wembanyama with 7 for San Antonio. He kicks it out here to Harper. Extra to the corner. Vassell can't hit the out. Minnesota won game 1, 104-102 on Monday night. Pull up 3 and bricked it. Rebound. Entry pass. Wembanyama.
Just start the fourth. Julius finished it with 6 down the stretch. But, you know, he brings 29 points per game and an enormous presence on both sides of the floor. So, as he said, I take a lot of pressure off people.
Good hands. Reed knocks it away. Tough angle to get it in from, but when you're throwing it to a guy 7'5", it doesn't look as tough. Here's a 3. It's way low from out there. Ayo Dosunmu, who's missed the last 2 games, had 43 points in Game 4 against Denver. Edwards 0 for 7 for the 2 teams behind the arc to start the game. Harper on the drive, met by 3 defenders, kicks it out. Vassell will rise. After he misses a
To hit a 3, struggled from that distance in Game 1.
Edwards in the lane, lost the ball. Gobert picks it up. Now Dosunmu driving. Front rimmed it. Gobert missed the foul second and throw it down, but you can't with Wembanyama there. Castle on the drive. In and out, and Gobert on the bench. And Castle with the free throw. Edwards driving. Got Castle on his hip. Cornette comes over to help. Now it's Reed with a timer down to 8. Hands off for Edwards. And the 3 not even close. Ahead to Johnson. Looking to attack. Missed the shot inside. Spurs without a field goal the last 3.5 minutes, yet they have the lead. McDaniels will try it. Another misfire from deep.
Navigate the first, guarding Anthony Edwards once he came in without a foul.
Here's Dosunmu, gets some airspace, and his 3 way on 3. The Spurs are 0 of 5. 3.5 to go in the first. Minnesota leads the series 1-0. Spurs by a point. Johnson steps up, misses a 3. A combined 0 for 12 between these 2 teams from 3-point range. Edwards on the back, down on the smaller Fox. Now falls away, can't connect. Gobert underneath, rebound, missed the putback. McDaniels trying to... Harper driving, spinning, puts up the shot, and gets the bounce.
Coach Chris Finch told us, Rudy, he's amped up to play against Wemby. Gobert and Finch met before the series to discuss strategy on how to play against Victor. He addressed the team on how to play against Wembanyama, filling in his teammates. So we'll see.
Gobert's 7-1. Terrence Shannon picked up his 2nd foul, so a penalty situation.
They normally run Wemby in 5 to 6 minute clips. Watch, his first stint went for 8 minutes.
Spurs are 5 of 5 at the line. They have a 5-point lead. Edwards 0 for 4 to start the game, and now 0 for 5.
All of his shots. In the last game, he let it come to him before imposing his will. Getting to their drive game, getting the defense reacting to them. Like, they need to get to that.
They have 5 turnovers and just 6 baskets. Fox penetrates, works through the lane, and blocked by Dosunmu.
This defensive play.
Both teams shooting 35% or worse here in the first quarter. P.J. Shannon lobs it up, and Gobert. And here comes San Antonio in transition with 90 seconds to play in the first quarter. Harper going to work on Shannon, who's got to be careful. He's got 2 fouls. Harper spins, well defended, and
Be disciplined with their box outs through the first 11 minutes.
Entry to Gobert, kicks it out. Reed will drive. Missed the floater. Just a terrible shooting opening quarter for both teams. 27% now for Minnesota, 33% for San Antonio. Timer at 10 as Harper drives, spins, double, gives it up, Cornette, and he puts it in.
San Antonio, they're 0 for 6 from 3, which drops them to 24%. It's the question you have, do they have consistent shot making?
Edwards trying to get free, good screen by Gobert, and the 3 is down as Edwards barks at the Spurs.
And missed it, but there's a lot of subtle things Rudy does to get his teammates open.
6-second difference in the clocks. Fox on the drive. Timer's down to 4. Fox will bring it out. Try a 3. Around and down for De'Aaron Fox. Points in the first quarter. He had 10 the entire game. On Monday, DeSuma with 2 seconds left. Gets it blocked by Johnson. And
he's able to navigate to the spots he wants. He's got incredible size. If that 3 ball ever starts falling this postseason for Jaden McDaniels, look out.
He's 2 for 21 in the playoffs from deep. Wembanyama back on the floor. Put his head down, now drives on Randall, and the layup is good. Boy, 9 points for Wembanyama, 9 for Fox, and the lead back to 7 for San Antonio, trying to even the series at 1 apiece before going back to Minneapolis.
It's a nice little move with the finger roll.
And he, George talked about the relationship with Gobert. He talked a lot with Gobert about how to go through strength.
Keep competing.
Ball is out of bounds. Last touch by San Antonio. Anthony Edwards on the bench to start the second quarter. McDaniels driving again, falling away, can't get the bounce. Entry, Wemby spins past McDaniels, missed the first time but not the second. No blocks yet for Wembanyama, but 5 rebounds, 11 points, and now he closes out on Reed, but
this at times can be challenging for Minnesota defensively. They commit a foul.
Baskets have come with Wembanyama challenging the shot as Keldon Johnson missed first game in double figures in the playoffs. They need more scoring from Johnson if they're going to contend for a title. They're the 2 seed in the West, Minnesota the 6 seed. Johnson 1 of 2, and the Spurs back for the Wolves with Carter Bryant, the rookie who did not play in game 1 because of a foot injury, defending. Randall fouled by Johnson.
Bryant gives them another body in that circumstance.
Randall doubled and turns here in the second quarter. 8 turnovers by Minnesota. Castle driving, gets deep. McDaniels has to be careful.
And Jalen's an excellent defensive player. He's not giving you what Jaden has offensively.
We'll catch up with those guys at halftime. They'll look back on the Knicks' Game 2 victory and also the first half here in San Antonio. Castle 4 of 4 at the foul line in the game, but its largest lead at 9. Despite miserable shooting for Minnesota and foul trouble for McDaniels, only trailing by 9, 2.5 into the second. Conley's 3, around and out, rebound Wemby. Castle looking to go downhill at Edwards, fouled, and goes back to the...
A maturity and a physicality to what he brings.
His 3-point shot, people question coming into the NBA like a different guy. He's shooting in the mid-40s from 3.
But think about what he's done defensively, Dave. I mean, opponents are shooting 32%. When he is the guy as the primary defender. So he's
a 4 pick a year ago out of UConn.
Sorry, but he's just got to stay out of foul trouble. You touched on it earlier.
Yep, 6 fouls each of the last 2 games. Had 5 the game before that. Wolves ball down 11, just 22 points for Minnesota. Randall hesitates, fires, and swishes it through. So Clark defending Castle. And Castle drives on him and called for the. Need a big night from Randall the way things are going for the Minnesota guards. Conley, DeSumo, and Edwards have combined 1 of 11. Edwards drives, fires underneath. Clark can't get it to fall. And he'll bring it up the court. Shovels to Fox, who had 9 points in the opening quarter. Wembanyama against Edwards. Now double off the fingertip.
Julius drive and an ant drive. They got in the paint, made the right read. Their teammates just didn't make the shots.
Edwards has it knocked away by Champagnie. Conley fakes the 3, takes a rhythm dribble, and way off the mark.
Made 4 of 7 threes. That one wasn't even close.
Fox picked up by Reed, sidestep 3, got it! Their largest lead of the first half, 4 minutes gone by in the second quarter. San Antonio trying to even his best of 7 at 1 game apiece. Game 3 Friday in Minneapolis. Edwards can't get away from Fox, so Randall's got it. Drives on Barnes and can't get the roll. Champagnie underneath Wemby, touch pass to the corner. And working around the horn now. Fox drives. Wembanyama keeps the pivot foot down, fires to Bryant. He's got some time, and they'll trap Edwards. Has to jump pass before falling out of bounds to get it to Reed. Reed's 3 barely grazes the rim.
It's a lot of credit here for how Minnesota has looked on the offensive end.
Fox misses a 3, but a foul line.
By San Antonio. But you think about the start for Anthony Edwards. He was, anxious to make an impact. I didn't love his first few shots.
11 from 3. Fox shooting 3 free throws, missed the first, got the second.
I'm curious about Castle picked up his second foul. Mitch lifted him immediately. You've got a long way to first course of this game. Do you sit him for the rest of the half because you are playing from an advantage?
In that game, played a handful of minutes already here in the second quarter. Leading scorer for Minnesota is McDaniels with 6 points. He's on the bench with 3 fouls. Randall way off on the triple try. Randall has it, and this time he scores. Quickly, Bryant on the other end. Hangs and slams. They'll trap Edwards, force him to give it up at midcourt. Midway through the second quarter, it's a 14-point San Antonio lead. Edwards to the corner. T.J. Shannon in and out on the 3. A dangerous time here for Minnesota as Wembanyama
aggressively trapping Anthony Edwards as soon as he crosses half court. He's making the passes.
His first rejection of the night. On the other end, working on Gobert with the dribble, spinning, firing, and missing the shot for the Wolves. 14 points, 9 rebounds, and a block for Wembanyama. Randall draws another Barnes.
And then let's watch
And Randall gets the bounce on the second free throw.
Just to be disciplined, not to pick up the third. It changes the level of physicality you can bring in the second half.
Fox driving, goes to the right hand, missed the shot. Rebound. Spurs trying to create some separation. Minnesota looking to get out in transition, and a bad shot there by Shannon. Now it's San Antonio's turn to run. Johnson takes it all the way. Missed the shot. Edwards. Blocked by Cornette. Gobert tracks down the loose ball in the corner. Shot clock at 12. Randall on the face-up. Goes at the chest of Cornette. And gets the
sustaining offense individually.
Johnson fouled on the.
And without his 8 points, this could be a disastrous half.
The WNBA season begins. 12:30. Dave Pasch, Doris Burke, George Sedano here in San Antonio for Game 2 of this best-of-7 conference semifinal. Minnesota leads to steps it out after the missed free throw. Castle driving on Highland, who checks in for the first time. Vassell stops, pops, short. And Randall doubled in the low post, looking for some help. Cornette takes it away. Vassell 2-on-1. And the dunk attempt was no good. The pass was too high for Harper. Harper going at Gobert, reverse layup, missed the scoop. Both teams shooting under 40%. Minnesota's right at 30%. Great take by Edwards. Her shot selection there compared to what we saw in the first quarter. Again, a quick attack by San Antonio after a made back.
I mean, how many times are they going to let them quick push the ball up the floor and touch paint?
Back to a 14-point lead, 3.5 to go in the first half. Shannon penetrates, lobs, Gobert. Don't know if that was a shot attempt or a pass. Randall's three, no good. Back. Castle fires underneath, poked free by Randall. Spurs have had 15 misses in the paint, otherwise they're up 25. Castle, nice move, pulls up in the lane, swish it. Chance to go up 2-0. Almost guaranteed to win the series going back home. Edwards connects from it.
He has been talking not only every time he makes a shot, but he has been so demonstrative on the sideline. Like the intensity is pouring off him, but you have to trust the game's process. This is, as you said, a totally different Minnesota team.
Nearing 2 minutes to go in the first half. It's a 16-point San Antonio lead. Shannon attacks, goes right at Cornette, and it falls off the rim of the board and quick outlet. Vassell pulls up for three. Too strong, but the follow gem.
You had Shannon and Julius Randle lagging behind defensively. So a numbered advantage in transition.
Edwards three, no good. Quick outlet, Castle, nobody down floor for Minnesota. Another easy.
If you're Anthony Edwards, again, I feel like he's pressing.
Highland almost went into the backcourt and turned it over again. Highland sidestep, jump shot, no good. One in
a row where one player from Minnesota touched the basketball and a shot went up. Twice in a row.
Harper gets it. Will there be a response from Minnesota? 9-0 run. Another Minnesota turnover. That's 10. Reed saves it. He's doubled. Shot clock down to 10. Randall into a double team. Got caught in the air. Edwards sees the shot clock. It's down to 3. They'll double him and take it away. Now Vassell challenged by Reed, but Vassell. About a half-second difference in the clocks at the end of the second quarter. Edwards, and a foul on the drive.
The top of the floor.
Charles Draymond Green in the studio. 3 fouls on Keldon Johnson. Would love to get those guys' thoughts on the effort from the Wolves. 5 seconds to go in the half. Vassell drives with 3, stops, pops, and no good. As the undermanned, beat the Blazers in game 3, get down by 17 at halftime in game 4, respond and win that game, and then close out the Blazers in 5. Nobody scored in double figures for Minnesota in that first half as Shannon misses a total. Fewest assists and worst three-point shooting of any first half this season for Minnesota. Wembanyama hangs, missed the shot, rebound go. Conley, who did not have a field goal, hits McDaniels, who got in foul trouble when he went out of the game. The lead ballooned with about 5 minutes to go, and the lead went from 14 to 24. Castle wide open. Can't hit the 3.
Minnesota is a little bit better and a little bit more reflective of what they did in game 1.
Winner to play either OKC or the Lakers. Oklahoma City took a 1-0 lead over LA last night. Wembanyama puts it on the floor. And a foul on Gobert.
Being more aggressive after an 11-point performance in game 1. Well, tonight, he had 11 points in the first 9 minutes. Particularly aggressive in the paint. He scored 10 points in the first half on 5 of 6 shooting, Dave and DB.
Yeah, 0 for 8 from 3 in game 1. In and out on the 3. Wembanyama, great hustle, gets his 12th rebound. Now going to work on his mentor, Rudy Gobert. Teammates for Team France. Wembanyama spinning. Oh, what a pass underneath the Champagny. Now Vassell has to put it up and hits it. Great awareness by Vassell, first of all, and then to make the shot when he barely even had a chance to gather.
Trouble. I haven't liked every call. I'm earning this one.
Spurs looking to even the series at 1-1 before heading to Minnesota for games 3 and 4. Randall with the strip and steal. Ahead to Shannon in the open floor. And we're 3 for 10 from the floor on those shot attempts in transition. Otherwise, they'd be up 35-40. Wembanyama short on the 3. Three minutes into the third quarter, Conley will hoist and hit a 3. First field goal from Mike Conley, making his 4th start of the playoffs, playing his 116th career playoff game. Wembanyama will try it again and miss again.
We're denying any release passes back to the guard to maybe get into some screening action.
He's now 1 for 12 in the series from 3. McDaniels doubled. He'll keep it at the elbow. Shot clock down to 7. Randall penetrates, draws the foul, and it drops. A chance. It's
going to try to draw a contact whistle.
Third foul on Castle. Randall, the first Timberwolves player in double figures. Here's George.
Guys, have an injury update for the Wolves. Ayo Dosunmu, who missed the 2 previous playoff games with a calf injury, is currently out. Injury. His return is questionable.
And he didn't look right in the first half. Just didn't have that same burst we've seen from him in a Minnesota uniform during the regular season. 9 straight points after McDaniels stick back. Fox with the floater. It's good. And De'Aaron.
Love that. He rejects the screen and again gets below the free throw line.
Randall on the baseline, feeds Gobert, and he's fouled. Gobert 3 of 5 at the line tonight. Fox.
It's the next couple of minutes. If the Spurs maintain or build on this lead, you know, you're playing Anthony Edwards to let him do knees that have plagued him all season. A lot yet to happen before that decision is made.
He hasn't played yet this half. He played 17 minutes in the first half. He's only supposed to play 25, so he's on pace for more than that. Three-pointer is good, +1. A chip. Spurs have not lost consecutive games since mid-January.
It was 2 very tough opponents.
And Minnesota and Oklahoma City. Their only loss to the Thunder. They beat him 4 times during the regular year.
Look at that guy's ability to get down in his stance.
McDaniels trying to take him. He floats it off.
Jaden finally gets a quick shot up. And then Rudy can't continue to eat into this lead with the missed free throw.
Now 3 for 7 from the line. Pass. He's attempted more free throws than anybody else so far in this game. 14 points in 21 minutes played.
Their defensive numbers obviously distinctly different on the floor, but it does change how an offense thinks about where to attack.
Here's Edwards, who was a -23 in the first half. Was 3 for 10 shooting. Wembanyama with the swat. Second block for Wembanyama. Timer at 3. Reed fumbles, now gathers, misses. Loose ball. Pinballs to Shannon, who tracks it down with good hustle. Edwards, bank shot of season. Castle driving all the way to the basket, and Castle's just picked up his 4th foul. So he'll go to the bench. Bones Highland on the court now. 75 to even the series at 1-1. Shannon with Wembanyama waiting, gets right past him and lays it in. Boy, what a burst.
So many good defenders.
Harper almost turned it over. Shot clock at 10. Johnson downhill, bumps with Reed. His shot, no. The putback won't fall either. And then he gets into a wrestling. And now we've got a whistle. Castle and Highland get into it. Mitchell Irvin, the official. In the night, will shoot the technical.
What would they have called that in the 90s?
Play on. There wouldn't have been a whistle. It'd still be going. Bounce a couple blocks in 21 minutes played. Shannon lost his footing, and they're going to call a foul on the Spurs. That will TJ Shannon will be at the line. He did not play games 1 through 3 against Denver, but then when the injuries happened to Dante DiVincenzo, the season-ending torn Achilles, and Anthony Edwards' left knee injury, Shannon was inserted, came off the bench. He can make plays for us, and he did. He was great in that Game 6 clinching victory over Denver. Scored 24 points in his first ever play.
In a hurry. That burst he has, that extra gear, puts a lot of people in the rear view.
Johnson driving, working on Reed. Spins, Reed called for the foul. A bright future for Minnesota. You think about this Minnesota team. 2 years ago, they make the conference final, being the most improved player in the NBA with Atlanta. Yet here they are again, 1-0 leading in the series, trying to get to the conference finals a third straight year. Cornette, Champagnie again.
You better be there on the catch or prevent the catch, because he is.
Made 195 threes during the regular season. St. John's has a twin brother, Justin, who's also in the NBA, plays for Washington.
Not paying attention to you during the telecast because you've got every reference to Champagne possible.
Wembanyama came over to help, so he kicks it out for a missed 3. 2 blocks. He'll fire and hit a foot. Champagnie pulls up for 3. Got it! Fox on the drive, back out to Wembanyama. Wembanyama spinning on Highland, who's got a hold of him, and now Reed throws him out of the way. But the last couple games, it's been a struggle, just 2 for 15. We'll see if that one gets him going. Just his second free throw attempt of the game. He's got a
stretch his runs out. I would assume they get an extended stretch. You want to, first of all, make sure you're putting this game to bed. But you've also got...
Game 3 is Friday night in Minneapolis. Game 4 Sunday. There'll be a Game 5 next Tuesday back here in San Antonio. A foul here. Randall doubled. Shot clock down to 3. Clark for 3. You could see it was off the minute he let it go. Rebound Wembanyama.
Yeah, they've been opportunistic. Sending a ton of doubles.
Oh, Harper just great offer. 7 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, a complete game so far in about 19 minutes. McDaniels playing with 5 fouls. Now Barnes through the lane. He'll hang and finish off the glass. And that's usually the toughest adjustment for guys coming into the NBA that didn't play a lot of college basketball. Maybe they played a year and they try to adjust to the speed of the NBA game you have to be able to play, especially in the defensive end. Takes time to adjust for most guys. It has not been an adjustment for him. Phil and Harper as well are both special in that regard in terms of how they thought the game very early in their careers on both ends of the court.
With Harper and their ability to consistently get 2 feet in the paint and then become either decision makers or shot makers. And it go back to...
Foul was on Fox, or Barnes rather, his 3rd. Shannon at the line. He's got 10 points. Coming up after our game, it is on the floor here along with Julian Phillips.
Felt like a New York Knicks with Joel Embiid not in the basketball game. It becomes much more Maxey-centric. What a year Maxey has had.
And how responding to what they're seeing right now.
My goodness.
Not just inside the arena, but all the shots we had earlier tonight in our first game of the fans outside the Garden. As they're 2 wins away from going back-to-back seasons. Cleaning it up inside for Minnesota. Former Spur, was drafted here and spent his first 4 years with San Antonio. Barnes for 3, hit it. That's only one time in their illustrious history have they won a playoff game by 40 or more. That was back in 1983. They beat Denver by 40. Minnesota. Barnes will try again. Here comes Anderson. Skip by Anderson. He just couldn't finish. 21 points for Castle to lead all scorers. Wembanyama with 19 points and 15 rebounds. And 4 different players with 12 points to lead Minnesota. Olynyk fouled by Speck.
Well, the level of intensity, physicality, and response from San Antonio from the opening tip.
Now Minnesota will have to recapture that level of intensity they had in the Denver series and in Game 1 for Game 3 on Friday night.
It is, being content to win one, and how much that impacted what they did.
Burying a 3. Here's the 38-year-old Ingles, and stolen by Olynyk. McLaughlin have an easy basket on the other end. It does make you wonder, Doris. It is human nature after the conference finals 2 straight years.
Right.
You believe you're a championship team, and they might still be, but you don't usually see championship teams having games like this after they've gone up 1-0. You might lose and lose.
I'm thinking you come out with a different disposition, at least to make it a game in the 3rd quarter. But it's, listen, and there are nights they play up to the level of their competition. There are many nights they play down. It's an interesting season for Anthony Edwards. 61 games. And I know we joked coming on the air tonight is another steal by the Spurs.
Behind the back to Barnes for the stop.
Earned every single one of them.
St. Paul, Minnesota native who got some And Anderson at the line gets the first free throw.
Anthony Edwards or Julius Randle creating turnovers. This just couldn't be more bounce this evening.
Still 6.5 minutes to go here in Game 2. By the way, the largest loss ever for Minnesota, regular season or postseason, as team at New Orleans. It's now a 46-point deficit.
Anthony Edwards over there on the bench. Huge ice bags on both knees. 1 games this year. And we were joking about how quickly he responded to get back into the series. All his teammates, great respect for how hard he worked. He's getting old early, as the great Jeff Van Gundy used to say, right? Anthony Edwards is a great basketball player. Every night variance in level in the regular season has got to become more consistent. Locked in on both ends, leading the team with consistency to a championship. But do you remember the Marcus Thompson article when Luka Doncic lost in the finals that one year to Boston? He was talking about what is, it's a great read, it's worth going back to. It requires everything from your superstar, the electric.
You could win a trip to Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Make your playoff picks now, .com/pick'em or on the NBA app. Well, Edwards missed 21 regular season games. He missed 9 the last 3 years combined. He was going to miss a considerable amount of time in this series. Instead, he plays in Game 1. Came off the bench here in Game 2, played 24 minutes, didn't play in the 4th quarter. Lob to Beringer, and he's fouled. Beringer playing his 3rd game of the postseason. And 1 at the line. And a couple more Game 2s tomorrow. The Lakers even the series with Oklahoma City, where the Thunder look great again.
Impressive.
Haven't lost yet in the postseason. And Detroit looks to go up 2-0 on Cleveland. Beringer. McLaughlin with 7 to shoot, works into the lane, shovels it underneath to Olynyk, knocked away by Clark.
I gotta remember the band Kiss, one or the other.
Side of the backboard. One of their big fan section here is called the Jackals. I don't know if those are all the guys that have the face paint tonight or not. Here's Ingles for a 3. It's good.
An alien air or topper. What are we going to call that? Things are breaking down on the broadcast at this moment.
That's 16 threes now for the Spurs. Inside the NBA coming up next. Guys will talk obviously about what they saw here, but also about game one of our playoff doubleheader between the Knicks and Sixers. Here's Barnes. Shot clock at 7. He fumbles it away to Ingles. Berger fires underneath. Not the recognition nationally that he deserves. And you think about his path to being the Wolves head coach. He's now in year 6. Team head coach for Great Britain. Nick Nurse was an assistant. The Olympic team in 12
program. And I think he's gone about it with great humility and attributed to that, right? I don't know that this is necessarily an easy group to coach.
No, tonight the effort wasn't there. They do split, and they have the home court advantage with games 3 and 4 in Minnesota. And the one positive would be that not a lot of the Minnesota played a lot of minutes. McDaniels only played 20 because he got in foul trouble. Edwards played 24, Reed 21. Berger puts it in.
Pointing news obviously is Ayo, because he came in with no minutes restriction. But obviously the injury, George reported on keeping him out here.
And that will be something to keep an eye on. The team for a while, they brought him back after trading him, and then he got traded again and finally released and signed back with Minnesota.
I think it's got to be in pockets. You think about the 4 for 7 shooting from 3 that he gave you in game 1. Excellent defender. Still